Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm going to show you how I made this heart SVG using Google and Cricut Design Space, paying particular attention to the slice feature. I'm also going to be throwing you some basic tips and tricks and hacks on Cricut Design Space, so stay tuned. So the flag I'm using is a Guinea flag in Africa, but you can type in any flag you want. If you want to do United Kingdom flag, American flag, Jamaican flag, Ghanaian flag, any flag you want, you can type it in here. The reason I'm not using Cricut Design Space is because in Cricut Design Space they didn't have a Guinea flag. Some of the smaller countries, or just some countries, they just don't have the flags of them on Cricut Design Space. So I have to go outside of Design Space in order to get the SVG. So I type in Guinea flag free SVG. And here this website I use, freesvg.org. So be very careful if you are selling these. You'll have to ensure you purchase a license if you want to sell it, but it can be used for personal use. If you just want to make it for yourself, for your family, for your children, with no monetary value, you can use that without purchasing a license. So here, Guinea flag, you can see the image of the SVG as well on the side. So you can pick which one you want. I'm going to go with this one, flag of Guinea free SVG. And then I'm going to just press download SVG. If you want it as an image, as a picture, you can do a PNG. So the difference between a PNG and an SVG has layers. So I'm going to have a red layer, a yellow layer, and a green layer. A PNG is just a flat image with no layers, but I want this as an SVG. So I'm going to click download SVG, and there you can see my Guinea SVG. And what I'm going to do now is upload it onto Cricut Design Space. And I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. So when you're on Cricut Design Space now, to upload that SVG, just go to this button here, upload. And then you go to upload image. This will go to all of the images on your computer. You go to browse. Then under browse, you go to downloads, because we've recently downloaded it. And here it is, Guinea one. I downloaded it before, so this is just the same download as it was. And you just click on it and press open. Then now this is opened onto your Cricut Design Space. It automatically gives it an image name, but you can put an image name inside of there as well. And here you know it's an SVG because it says each color in this image will be an individual cut layer. So if it doesn't say that, that means you have downloaded a PNG, which is a flat image, like a sticker basically. So now we've got that, we finally go to upload, because we want to now upload it onto our Cricut canvas. We see it here, and you just select upload and add to canvas. So right at the bottom in the green, you press add to canvas to add it onto your canvas. So now it's on our canvas, you can resize it, or you can make it smaller as you please. This is quite big for the project that I'm doing. As you saw, it was the baby grow. So I'm going to make this a lot smaller, a lot smaller. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to cut the image. So here you can see we've got our Guinea flag. If you look on the layers column on the side, we've got a green, a yellow, and a red, and they've all been grouped together. So they all move as one, but they will be cut as separate layers, as you can see here. So now I want to get my heart shape out of that. So from there, I go to shapes, and then I find the heart I want to use. There are a few hearts on Cricut Design Space. We've got this heart here, or we've got this heart here. So any one of these hearts you want to use, you can use it. Because I'm using a heart very similar to a different cut, I'm going to upload the heart that I'm using. So as you can see, I'm doing a Jamaican flag as well on the side here. So I want to have the same heart that I'm using on this flag. So I'm just going to basically copy this image here. So I've got that image. I'm going to just duplicate it so it is the same size, and then I'm going to hide this one again. So now I've got my heart image. This is roughly the size that I need, but you can go whatever size you're doing. If it's a t-shirt, if it's for joggers. So I'm going to make this much smaller so I know it will fit inside of my heart. And now what we're going to use is the slice tool, because I want my shape to be a heart shape. I want my flag to be in a heart shape as well. So I'm going to make my heart really small so it can be very similar to what the flag is. I'm going to click on my heart and say bring to the front. So now you can see my heart is on top of that image. And I can roughly size how big or small I want the image based on my heart shape. So I want my heart to be slightly smaller because I don't want any lines coming out of my image. So this padlock key here, if you want to change the dimensions slightly, you can do that. Because my heart is a bit longer, I want to make it slightly longer. And you can just fit it around your heart as well as you need to. Because you don't want any white gaps at all. So you want your heart to be fully covered. Now I want my heart to be in the middle. I'm going to select all and use my align tool, align center, which will ensure my heart is right in the middle. So now I want to slice. So if you look, if I highlight all of it, my slice key right at the bottom here, it's not highlighted, which means I cannot use it. So in order for me to slice, I need to ensure I only have one layer at a time. The most I can pick is 2 layers. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select my heart in order to use the slice tool, and I'm going to press Control on my keyboard. So CTRL, you should have that on your keyboard. As I press it down, I'm going to press the first color I want to slice. I want to slice the green. So now you can see the heart and the green is selected and the slice tool is available. So I'm going to press slice. And then I'm going to select the heart again. I'm not going to move anything. I'm going to keep everything where it is. Select the heart, and now I'm going to select the yellow. And I'm going to press slice. So you can make sure on the side of your layers here, you can see the yellow is selected and my heart is selected. And the last bit, I'm going to select the heart. The heart is broken up, but the gray part of the heart that is near the red, and then I'm going to press Control on my mouse, and sorry, not on my mouse, on my keyboard, and then I'm going to press the red one, and again I'm going to slice. And what this does is it's going to slice the heart shape out of these letters. And now what we're going to do, we're going to get rid of what we don't need. So we don't need that heart, we don't need that. All we need is the green here, you can see that's cut out, and the yellow, lovely, and also the red, not that red, this red here. And all the rest I can delete, select all and delete it because I don't need that. Now I've got my heart shape here, which I'm going to use and cut my HTV. So I'm going to use red HTV for this one, yellow for this one, and green for this one. So once you've got them where you want to see what your image looks like, you can place them, slot them back together. And as you can see, they can easily move around. So like the red can move. So if you want to ensure they stay together on your canvas, you can select all and then press group. So if you press this group button here, it groups all of those colors together. And as you can see, there is no moving at all on the canvas. so they move as one together. And that's firstly how we can get our heart SVG. So this will work with any flag. You just have to ensure you use your slice tool and select 2 layers maximum at a time. And now I'm going to go on to the second part. So this Jamaican flag SVG is available on Cricut Design Space. So you can just type it under, where I found it is under images. If you type in Jamaica flag and you get a heart. So a few of the flags they've got as a heart. I know United Kingdom, they've got as a heart. USA, there's quite a few other flags they have which are already in a heart shape. So you don't have to do that SVG. And then afterwards, I'm just going to use my text tool to write the text that I want underneath. So I'm going to pick the font. The font I'm going to go with for this project is Bayamo. You can start just typing in some of the words, the letters, and there we have Bayamo. And then I'll type in the text that I want here. Type in your text. So if you start typing and you've changed already, you need to ensure you double click on it and you get this cursor tool. And then you can just type in whatever you need to type in, the baby's name or what you want to type in basically. And I'll probably keep this in black. So I keep my colors as they are. So baby Duwara. And that will be going underneath. Another thing to do, because you can see this yellow and this yellow, they're different yellows, and we want to print on the same yellow. We don't want different color yellows because it's going to look really odd and it will use more matte. So to get these two yellows the same, you can either click and change the color. So you can click on the yellow here and go to color sync. And then here it shows all the colors that you have. So this panel allows to sync colors, so you use fewer materials, especially when they are very similar colors. So color sync, see I've got this yellow here. You just drag to where you want it to go. So I want this yellow to be the same as this yellow. So I'm going to just drag it over here and it changes that yellow. The greens, they've said the greens are slightly different shades as well. And this will waste materials cut on different mats. I've got the same green that I'm using. So I'm just going to put that green and put it with this one. And you can see we've got that there. And then also the heart in black. I didn't change it to black, but I want this to be in black. So I'm going to put this here. And there we go, lovely. So once you've done your color sync, you can go back to your layers. And before you make this font, you need to ensure you highlight it and weld the font together. Especially for curvative writing, you need to ensure you weld the font together. I'm just going to press weld, and this will ensure a proper cut. And you just size everything the correct size that you want it. If you're not sure of the size, you measure out your template. So for these hearts, I want them to be slightly turned in for like a nice image. I like to see what it will look like on my actual, so I will just turn them in very slightly because that's how I want it on my baby grow. And then baby Dawara just here. And then the last step, like for example, say you don't have the baby grow, or you want to see what it actually looks like on a baby grow, you can use the templates. So you can go onto templates here. And here at Cricut have got so many different templates that you can use. So these templates are not printed out, but they will be just on your canvas, just to give you an idea of what your project will look like. I use these all the time, especially when I'm doing my t-shirts, designing my t-shirts. I use these all the time. So I'm looking for, there's a baby one. They call it pajamas. I'm not sure why, but I call it a baby grow. And there's a template. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. And you can change the size as well. So here we've got a baby short sleeve. If you've got a long sleeve, you can change it. The size that I'm using, it's about 3 months. It's 0 to 3 months. So now you can place everything onto your baby grow. Let me zoom in on this so we can see it a lot more close. Yeah, lovely. So here you can place them exactly where you want it on your baby grow, just like this. You can align these, so you can select all and align to the bottom so they're straight. So use the align tool and we can see baby Dawara, Guinea and Jamaica flag, and then you're ready to make it. So join me for part 2 on how I actually put together this image, how I cut the HTV, the settings I use to cut glitter HTV in particular, because I know a lot of people struggle with glitter HTV. And also what I will be showing you on there is how to weed correctly and how to use the mini press and a heat press to apply this design like a pro. So if you are enjoying this video, please show me by giving a thumbs up. I do really appreciate all the likes and the comments that I do see. It's much appreciated. And follow me on my socials. So I'm putting my socials on the screen now. TikTok, but first let's cricut, and but first let's glam. TikTok, but first let's glam. And on Instagram, but first let's cricut is a dedicated Instagram page for Cricut users. Thank you, and I shall see you on the next one.